What's up, Yankee fans? Wake up, Yankee fans. Wake up and get your coffee. Welcome back to another episode of the Yankees Morning Brew. I'm your guy, Hector, and like always, I am joined by my co-host, the one and only Mr. TC Stills. TC Stills, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Hector. Hey, it's another day to talk Yankee baseball.
Mm-hmm.
All is good for now, maybe.
Yeah.
But how you doing?
I'm doing good. Yes, the Yankees won. All is good for now. But before we
For
jump
now.
into the conversation, let's give a shout out to the chat. We got Mikey Mazza and Jonathan in the building. Mikey Mazza, what it do? My guy Jonathan, good morning, good morning. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. I got my guy Emmanuel Morales is in the building. Manny, how you doing? Ocean Views and Coffee Crew is in the building. Just so you guys know, we will be having the open panel later on today around 11:45. We'll throw out the link to the open panel. Please remember, like always, be respectful to everyone. Be respectful to people's take, and also let people finish before you jump in, because you're going to be given the same amount of courtesy when it comes to finishing your take. My guy James Cook is in the building. Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. If you guys can, please hit that like button for the boys. It helps us out with the algorithm. It helps get this show to other Yankee fans so they could join us in on the conversation. We are 7 subs away from 500. You guys know we got that giveaway going on at 500 subs. So if you guys can, if you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Enter for a chance to win a free sweater giveaway from Homage. And when we get to 1,000 subbies, we'll be giving away a jersey. Whether you want a Knicks jersey, whether you want a Yankees jersey, and even if you're special, you may be able to get a Mets jersey. But TC Stills, how you feeling this morning, baby?
Uh, got mixed emotions about this team. We pulled out that win last night.
Yep.
We actually won in spite of the bad moves that Aaron Boone makes. But hey, a win is a win. We saw some bright spots with Jake Bowers and Willie Calhoun. Calhoun's starting to heat up,
Yes.
and
Hey,
I
Willie
like it.
Big Bang
I will.
Calhoun. Shout out to my
Yep.
guy Pete Seminetti. The Big Bang is in the building.
Bang bang. Yes. Bang bang.
Bang
So
Bang Willie Bang.
uh, yeah, yeah. But the injuries keep on happening, and
Mhm.
I don't have an answer to what is going on. I don't know if it's a curse, or
Mhm.
I mean it's just supernatural, or I don't know. I kind of
It's
want to blame you guys, and I don't know if you remember the
the
little
voodoo
my
doll.
Derek Jeter doll. You guys called it the Aaron Boone voodoo doll. I'm tossing him away. He's gone. So he's out of here. So let's see what happens now with him out of the picture. You notice he's gone from back there. So
Yes,
uh,
just so you
let's see
guys
what
know,
happens.
forever who was watching this on the playback, there was no puppets were harmed during the filming of the
Yes.
Yankees Morning Brew. Just
No.
so you guys know, we got Uncle Tats in the building. Uncle Tats, how you doing? We got
Tats.
Li Yankee King in the building. If you guys can, please hit that like button for the boys, like Li Yankee King loves to say, as we continue the conversation. But before we get into Brian Cashman and his bozo
Mm.
self, right? We got to talk about some news that came out yesterday, and it's some alarming news. Carlos Rodon. This came out over the last couple of days, but Carlos Rodon back will go for more testing today to figure
Yep.
out what's up with his bat. I have no idea what to make of this Carlos Rodon situation. Is he turning into Carl Pavano 2.0? I don't know. At least Carl Pavano pitched his first 4 starts with the Yankees before getting injured and going MIA. But
Yeah.
Carlos Rodon, we only got what, an inning or 2 out of him in spring training, and that's it. We haven't seen him. What's your thoughts on this, TC?
I don't know. I don't know. All the moves that Cashman makes, all the pitchers, especially that he brings in, are immediately hurt. Either
Mm-hmm.
they're hurt prior or they get hurt immediately when they put on the pinstripes. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't get it. I mean, I know that he wants to pitch, and the Yankees
Mm-hmm.
are holding him back because his back is barking. So maybe they're looking toward the future of of the season, keeping him healthy. They don't want him to be injure himself even more
Mm-hmm.
now.
Mm-hmm.
They'd
Make it
rather have
worse.
him in August, September.
Yeah.
But come on, Hector. I don't know. Are these guys ever going to pitch for us? I don't.
I don't know, TC. I'm just like you. I'm at a loss for words, right? Shout out to my guy Alan Landsman who just joined the chat right now. Alan, what it do? Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. We got the
Yeah.
Godfather himself, the OG Yankee fan of all Yankee fans. Jerry is in the building.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
doing. But yeah, TC, I'm at a loss for words, just like you. When it comes to Carlos Rodon, everybody who knows me outside of YouTube, you guys know that I'm dealing with a back issue myself. Over the past in 2021, I was injured on the job. I have back and I have hip pains right now that I'm still dealing with from 2 years ago. So your back is a tricky situation to deal with.
Yeah.
So if you have an injury that is not showing up on a traditional MRI, right? You got a tear somewhere that's just there, just bothering you. It's kind of hard for the orthopedics to figure out what's going on with you. And I think that's where Carlos Rodon is stuck in right now. He's stuck in the middle of not knowing what's going on and them not being able to fully diagnose him, right? I got a tweet right here that I want to share real quick with everybody. This is from a doctor that I follow on Twitter, and his name is Jesse Morse. He's an MD out of Florida. He works out of Miami. He said, I wouldn't be surprised if this is a core activation issue. The throwing motion is complicated, and the shoulder actually requires activation of the thoracic, lumbar, and hip muscles simultaneously. Some people have small micro tears that do not show up on traditional MRI imaging. Often, traditional orthopedics struggle to try to fix this because there is no traditional easy situation or easy solution. And that's what Carlos Rodon is stuck in, right in the middle of trying to figure out what is wrong. Like me, I have tears in both my hips, my left and my right hip, right? My whole spine is all messed up, right? I fell off of a ladder, just so people know. I fell off of a ladder, installing wires inside of a restaurant, and I got all messed up, right? I got onset spinal stenosis. That is the same thing that forced David Wright to retire. So that's what I've been dealing with over the past couple of years. And I'm not athletic as Carlos Rodon is. I'm not a pitcher. I just talk on YouTube, right? So I could just imagine what is going through Carlos Rodon's head right now.
Yeah, it's just frustrating because us as fans, we want to see our new acquisition. Cashman spent all the money on him, and for us not to see him, now it's in May. I mean, it could very well be June before we see him. It's just very frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah, Manny said, heck, you had the weight of the Yankees bad trading on your back. I know, Manny.
Yeah, you did.
Jesus Christ. I'm still trying to recover from last Tuesday, bro. I'm still trying to recover. Oh, my God. That was hilarious. Alan Landsman said, back issues can be chronic. Look at Rizzo. Absolutely. My guy, Jacob Petruzzi's in the building. Heck, my dad did the same thing. He fell off of a ladder. I was running wires through a drop ceiling. Like, this is what happened to me. I was running wires through a drop ceiling, installing a security system, because that's what I used to do. And running the wires, the ladder that I was on literally twisted, cracked, and threw me. And everything from on top fell on top of me. I fell on my back from like 6 to 7 feet up. And yeah. And the sad thing is, he says that it doesn't even hurt. He just has the stiffness. And that's why that doctor that I pointed out to out of Miami said that this could be micro tears that are not showing up on a traditional MRI. So it's literally just a wait and see process with Carlos Rodon. Now, do we want him healthy for the postseason? Absolutely. That's the whole goal and idea, to get him healthy, have him pitching in the postseason.
Hopefully we get there.
But hopefully we get to the postseason with the way that this team is right now. I know we won our last 2 games. We won this series against the Guardians. The first time we won a series in about 2 weeks, it feels like. But we are at an influx right now. We don't know what to make of the team. We don't know what to make of our standings right now. And the way that our leadership is non-existent, that's the most concerning part right there, bro.
Yeah. No, it is. They have no idea what's going on behind the scenes. They think that everyone that we bring up, they're all gonna fix everything, and we have they don't think that there's out trade market out there. They get a guy. I mean, we said it on a previous show. Why were you not proactive to get some of these players in the off season? Because of our health issues every single year. Injuries pile up. I mean, this year is absolutely ridiculous, but
We got
it
someone
happens.
new in the chat. Hold on, I just want to give a
Who
shout
do
out
we
real
got?
quick to Grace Monroe is in the
All right.
building. Grace, how you doing?
Welcome to the
Salute,
show.
salute, salute. Welcome to the show. Grace said it doesn't hurt. And that is the most frustrating part. Like I
Yeah.
said, it could be micro tears that are not showing up in an MRI, but he says that he has stiffness in his back, but no pain. So that could be a swelling of the disc. So let's see what happens when he goes for another MRI today.
Yeah, like I said, they're just being cautious and they don't want anything else to happen. But if this was a playoffs, I think he'd be pitching right now.
And then I got my guy Rod Thompson. Salute to my brother Rod
Right,
Thompson.
Raw.
He said it's a
Yeah.
fully operational shit show.
That's what they
Absolutely,
are.
Rod. We
That is
got
what they
my
are.
guy, Mr. William M. in the building. William, how you doing, my guy? Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's to you. And yes, I will be on Get Yanked this Friday. I missed the last 2 Get Yanks. Last week I had a doctor's appointment dealing with my back, and the week before we was off because Jigga Man and myself, we was at WFAN hanging out with Tiki and Tierney.
Right. That's right. How about that? That's awesome.
Now
Awesome,
that was awesome. I still have
Yeah.
my badge from WFAN. I'm gonna laminate that and save that. I know I'll get another
Pretty
one
soon
later down the line.
it's gonna say Hector and WFAN and employee.
Soon. Yeah, soon. I just found Spike's email, Spike, who runs WFAM, so I will be harassing him until he puts out an order of protection to block me. But shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Yeah,
like always, if you guys can, hit that like button for your boys. But the Yankees did win, right? And that's what we got to celebrate.
Let's go over that. Yes.
Right? You know, like Pete just put right here and on the Twitter, if you see it right there, I took his tweet. Great comeback win. The Yankees win. Jimmy Randazzo says Yankees win despite Aaron Boone making another horrendous decision. And this is what we got to talk about. When it comes to Clay Holmes, what do you think we need to do with Clay Holmes? Is he our closer for the rest of the season? What's your thoughts on that, TC?
No, he is not. No, I mean my initial reaction would be to, I mean, if we can send him down and get right in AAA, I would do that. But the next step would be to put him in non stress situations, middle relief, let him work out his problems. He cannot be an 8th or 9th inning guy. We can see in this series 2 times he's blown games. He blew it for Herman, who was pitching an awesome game, and then he comes in for Marinaccio, who was mowing everybody down. He retired 5 straight. Oh, nope, let's bring in Clay Holmes again. And he goes, I know those hits weren't hard hits. But I think you and me both knew as soon as Clay Holmes came in the game, here we go again. Here
we go. The roller coaster of Clay Holmes. And when it comes to Clay Holmes right now, I have no faith and no trust in Clay Holmes. No. I have more trust in Jimmy Cordero than I do in Clay Holmes. And that's not saying much. The bar is very much on the ground, right? But I have more faith in Jimmy Cordero than I have when it comes to putting Clay Holmes in the 9th inning.
Don't forget Ian Hamilton. Ian Hamilton has been on fire.
Has been amazing. He's pitching to an ERA, I think, below 1.15, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know why. It's May 4th. Why haven't the analytic guys or the people in the front office told Aaron Boone that we need to go with Michael King and Ron Marinaccio as our 9th and 8th inning guys? Those has to be, make Michael King the closer and have Ron Marinaccio be the setup man. 100%. I cannot have Clay Holmes in the 9th inning anymore. I do not trust him. You need to bring him back to the 7th inning, maybe the 6th inning, so he could build his confidence up.
Yeah. And I would have either Ian Hamilton or Wandy Peralta in the 7th, leading up to Marinaccio and Michael King.
One of the two.
Clay Holmes should be the first one out of the bullpen if it's anyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan, for posting this up in the chat. Ian Hamilton has an ERA of 1.56. He has been an amazing story, having a bounce back. We all know the story about Ian Hamilton, how he got hit in the face, had reconstruction surgery and everything like that. And yes, William, Clay Holmes is the new Aroldis Chapman. I do not trust him. I definitely do not trust the way that Clay Holmes has been pitching this season.
Hector, I have Ian Hamilton's stats in the last 7 games. Let me just
go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
So in the last 7 games, Ian Hamilton is 1-0, ERA 0.77, 11.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, only 1 earned run, 4 walks, and 12 Ks.
You gotta love it. You
Gotta
gotta
love
love it.
that.
What Ian Hamilton is doing, you gotta love what Ian Hamilton is doing. He is making the most out of his opportunity,
Mhm.
and you can't say that you can't say that about Clay Holmes,
No, no,
not
he is
whatsoever.
Clay Holmes of a couple years ago. That's who he is right now.
Yeah, exactly. Big Blue and the Bronx is in the building. Big Blue, how you doing? Hope all is well. Yes, William, I am recovering. Like I said, I've been dealing with this back situation. It's going to be the 2-year anniversary in July, but it's a
Mm.
slow progress and it's a slow grind, right? But yes, William, I am recovering, and I definitely appreciate you for that, my guy.
Mhm.
Who else we got in here? Ocean View said 12 Ks. The 12 strikeouts, that's the most impressive. And last night, he
Yeah.
was throwing gas. That fastball sits at like
Mhm.
96, 97 miles per hour, and he can locate it. And he has a devastating slider as well, bro.
Yeah, the Slambio. Yes, sir.
Let's see. Alan Landsman Peralta, 0 for 18, 8 strikeouts. Hamilton, 1 for 24, 11 strikeouts. Marinaccio, 2 for 26, 12 strikeouts. Brewer is 1 for 16, 2 strikeouts for 84 against left-handed. As a group, a 0.47 average
Mm,
against lefties. Why is Clay Holmes in the 9th inning? I have
no.
no idea. And let's talk about hold on. Shout out my guy Asaya, the chef is in the building. Asaya, how you doing? Salute, salute, salute. Are we gonna celebrate? I'll bring the cake. Yes, yes, Manny. You definitely bring that cake, and we
Mm,
can celebrate when my back is fully healed. Right. But
yeah.
let's talk about something else that was disturbing. IKF, right?
Yep.
And I know on Tuesday, I was talking about how I give IKF a lot of credit for going out there and actually hustling and showing that he actually cares. But
Mhm.
yesterday, that was so scary. It was bringing me back to, you remember when Carlos Beltran and Mike Cameron ran into themselves in
Oh, yeah.
2005 head
Yeah.
first? That's
Mhm.
the first thing I thought about yesterday after seeing that play between Harrison Beta, IKF, and the shortstop Volpe. What's your
Right.
thoughts on IKF? And I understand left field, this is the first time he played left field in the major leagues. The last time he played it was 2015, all in the minor leagues, all at the same time. What's your thoughts about that scary play from last night? And before you go, shout out to my guy Jason from 161
What's up,
River
Jason?
Ave in the building. The River Ave crew is in the building, baby. Go ahead.
Yeah, so he can fill in left field or the outfield. It's new to him for temporary, but in late innings we had we had Cabrera on the bench. Could have been
Mm-hmm.
in for defensive replacement in left field. That's for one. But the second point is that's probably more Bader's ball. He's faster than IKF, and
Yeah.
he knows how to get to those balls.
Mm-hmm.
IKF, I think he called him off. I mean, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a hard one. The triangle, when
Yeah, it was in
shortstop
Bermuda,
left,
the Bermuda Triangle. Yeah.
it's a no man's land. And I give credit to IKF for trying for it, but
Mm-hmm.
still he's inexperienced in the outfield and he could have caused some major damage to Bader. Luckily, Boone
Yeah.
says he's okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see day to day. I don't know. These guys day to day end up being 60-day IL. So
Yeah, it was good. It was
we'll
good
see.
to see him walk off the field,
Yes,
right? And I'm gonna
yes,
bring this up right now.
very
It was
scary.
good to see Harrison Beta walk off the field on his own, right? But yeah, like you said, it was scary. And if you watch the replay, Harrison Beta actually had the ball. He
Yeah,
had the ball in the tip of his glove. It wasn't until the collision between
right.
him and IKF that it popped out, right? And
Yeah, and I think he said he heard a pop too. I think Bader. I think that's what he
if
said.
you read his lips, that's what
Yeah.
that's what reading his lips, you heard him.
Hmm.
I mean, you saw him say,
Yeah.
"I heard a pop," and that was scary at first
I
when
think it
reading
was
his
more his
lips.
neck when his neck hit IKF's like shoulder or torso. It,
Hmm.
it snapped back. So it just it looked very bad.
Yeah, it's
Oh
definitely not a good look. And the neck is
no.
another part of one of the injuries that I sustained while falling off of the ladder. And I'm gonna tell you, it's scary. So
Yeah.
far, let's see, over the past year and a half, almost 2 years, I've gotten 5 neck injections. I've
Oh
gotten
man.
5 back injections, and I'm waiting to get hip injections. That's what I've been dealing with. And like I said, the neck and the back and the hips aren't anything to just joke around with. Those are
No.
serious components.
Yeah. And to play baseball on top of that, to
Hmm.
actually have to go out there and throw and jump and catch and run and I could man, I feel for these guys, but
Hmm.
yeah, just can we just stay healthy? Can we
Yeah.
game where there's not one injury? I mean, it seems every single
You're
game.
asking for too much, TC. Yeah, you're really asking for too much. You're asking for too much. You're asking for just not injuries while we're playing. And the baseball guys got something else, right? Because we had Oswald Peraza
Yeah,
as
another one.
well. And we don't know if that's an ankle injury or we don't know if that's a hip injury. At first, they was pointing it out in the broadcast that it looked like he jammed his hip while he tripped. But at the
Yeah.
same time, we saw him twist his ankle.
Yeah. I mean, he was in the game for what, 2 minutes? 2 minutes. And he doesn't know how to run. He doesn't know how to run to second base. He planted his foot and he locked it. It looked like he either twisted, like you said, or his hip or his ankle. And then even when he didn't slide into second, and he could have even damaged it more. It looked like he twisted it on the base as well. So
Shout out to my guy Phil Porter, who says 494 subscribers. 6 people in the chat that aren't subscribed that are watching. If you aren't subscribed, please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button as
what's up,
well. We're
Phil?
trying to get the likes over to 30. And as well, we're trying to get the subscribers over to 500 because we got this giveaway we're trying to give away. We're giving free things out, people. So please hit that subscribe button. And like Uncle Tash just said, hold on. Tash just said, Yankees Dictionary. 1 week means 1 month. 1 month means 6 months, and day to day means I will see you next season.
Tats, you're killing us. I love it. That's awesome.
But it's true. It's true, especially with this medical staff. We just don't know what to make of it. It's a Russian roulette type of game. It's a roll of the dice type of thing. But when it comes down to it, we got to do better.
Yeah, I just don't know. I think it's just a curse right now. I mean, I don't believe in all that, but for this many injuries to happen, it can't be the training staff. It can't be it just these fluke things happening. You're seeing them on the field, and then even off the field, sometimes things are happening. It's bizarre. I'm lost for words. I think you are. I think the fans just we don't know what's going on.
Like, did they turn away a Billy Goat at the stadium from coming inside? Like, is that what we're dealing with right now? Are we dealing with a Billy Goat type of curse right now? But we're gonna have to talk about it because Brian Cashman decided to show his face yesterday. And we all got that tweet. We all got that notification that Brian Cashman will be addressing the media.
Yeah.
He addressed the media. I still don't know what the hell to make of it. Like, I still don't know what to make of it. I got a couple of quotes right here. Brian Cashman, when asked about what changes can be made with the Yankees, who were 16 and 15 at the time, now they're 17 and 15. Myself and our staff are constantly looking to see what's available. The silver lining is at some point we'll be getting each of these individuals mostly back. You see how we threw the mostly back in there? A Tolkien Yanks, they have a quote for him. Don't give up on us. Don't count us out. It's a championship caliber operation. Yeah. Where?
Sure it is.
Where do you see a championship caliber operation? Having IKF in left field who never played that position a day in his life at the major league level?
Little league. This is a little league team putting everywhere in all different positions. Yeah, this is far from championship caliber.
And that's the thing. We get frustrated, right? And shout out to the fans who were at the stadium last night. I know Pete Seminetti started this on his channel, but when they were taking Harrison Beta out yesterday, the fans were chanting, Boone sucks, Boone sucks. So shout out to, I think it was like 15, 17,000 people who were at the stadium screaming out fire Boone. So shout out to you, real warriors out there putting in God's work.
Real fans who want some real change on this team.
Oh my God. But the injuries, you can't predict injuries. I understand that. You can't predict injuries, but you also have to have the other pieces around them. So when injuries happen, you can make up for it. Not going out there and improving the left field situation. That's a big blunder. Definitely a big blunder. Now we got Oswald Cabrera out there not knowing how to hit or take pitches. What do you make of Oswald Cabrera and his early season blunders?
Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, we're all pulling for that kid. I mean, he showed so much promise a year ago, and I mean, if we didn't have all these injuries, he'd have to go down to AAA and work on work on getting some better at bats and making more contact. He's striking out a ton. As far as his fielding, he's fine in the field. He's our super utility
Fielding,
guy.
he's
He's
good. Yeah,
everywhere.
Fielding,
Yeah,
Fielding, he's. I have no issues and no complaints with him when it comes to fielding.
yeah. But we're
It's just
stuck.
his
We're
selection
stuck with
at the plate.
yeah. We're stuck. No injury with all these injuries. All these guys have to play. We're digging into AAA. Soon we're going to be digging into AA.
hmm Well, we've seen Jake Bowers, aka Mr.
Yeah.
Jack Bowers,
Props to
yesterday.
Jake Bowers. Yes,
Props
finally.
to Jake Bowers getting
Yeah.
that home run. And hold on, wait 1 second, because I
Great
had
at
it up
bat.
here. Had it up here. There it is. We got a tweet from a Guardians fan. The Guardians reject Jake Bowers is tying the game with a home. Well, tying the game with a homer is the most predictable thing that ever happened. And Indian Guardian fans yesterday were upset because they let this guy go. He hit 12 home runs for the Guardians back in 2019. Obviously, organization or difference. And for some reason, he said he likes the Yankees organization and their approach. Not saying that he's going to be an all-star or anything like that, but can Jack Bauer turn into the next Gio Urshela?
Yeah, he has a smooth stroke. He reminds me of Greg Bird. When Greg Bird came up, he has that sweet left, drive the ball to right field, sweet
Mm-hmm.
stroke. And he had some terrific at bats yesterday. And let's just stay healthy, please. He's good at right there in the sixth spot. I think it's perfect for him. Seventh spot. I mean, he's gonna make use of that right field porch. I mean, he
Mm-hmm.
looks good. We need that pop. I mean, AAA, he was banging the ball all over the place, and it's translating to the pros right now. So let's keep it up, man. Props to you, Jake Bowers.
Hopefully we catch lightning in a bottle, and
Yes.
hopefully Jake Bowers can help us out. Like I said,
Yeah.
hopefully he could turn into Gio Urshela 2.0, right? Because if that's one thing that we can
hmm
put our hat on, or we could put our money on when it comes to Brian Cashman, is finding these reclamation projects that are tossaways from other organizations and actually turning them into something. We talked about Ian Hamilton. We
Yep.
talk about Cordero. Look at Jake Bowers right now. So if there's any credit to be given to Brian Cashman, the little bit of credit that is to be given, it's that finding talent that other organizations toss aside and getting the most out of them.
Yeah, and I see him on the screen, Mr. Willie Big Bang Calhoun. How about that? How
Another
about
one,
two
Big
games
Bang,
in a
Mr.
row?
Willie Big
Yeah,
Bang.
he's
Shout out to Willie
showing his
Calhoun.
muscle.
He heard Pete
Yeah,
Seminetti call him out, and he said, "You know what? I got to switch it up." Pete
yeah.
called me out, and I got to switch it up. And ever since then,
He
I
said,
think he's hitting
"Bang
over
bang."
350. He got a couple of home runs. He got RBIs. He got doubles. And Willie Calhoun's going ichi bang, ichi bang.
Yeah,
Oh baby, the way
he
smooth,
tied the game. He
smooth.
tied the game in the ninth inning with the base hit. He
Yeah.
doesn't have
So
to
you
go
got
big bang all the time. He can just go little bang.
a little poo
Yeah.
poo right there. But Manny says new nickname Rake Bowers. Absolutely, Rake
Oh, very
Bowers. I
nice.
like
I
that
like
one. We got to
that.
cut that,
Yeah.
put that, make that a
There you
t-shirt, right?
go. Okay.
My guy Don Sicario is in the building. Don Sicario, how you doing, my guys? And again, we got 36 people in the building. If you guys can, tap that like button. Keep just smacking that like button, helping
Come
us
on.
out. Bring it up. We're trying to get that
What are
likes
you
over to
doing? What are
40
you
and
doing
50.
with your
What
life
are
if
you
you're not
doing
hitting
with your
that
life?
like
Help
button
us out.
and
Help us out.
subscribe?
Hit that like button. It helps get our content out to other Yankee fans. But I'm going to get ready. Oh, my guy Joe is in the building. Joe, what
All right,
it
Joe.
does? Salute, salute, salute. 3 capital S's. Do I see my guy 19 Conman in the building?
Yeah,
19 Conman is in the building. How
he's
you doing,
everywhere.
my guy? Hope all is well. Salute, salute to
KC
you
Fun
as
Time's in there.
well.
I see KC Fun Time.
Casey Fun Time, what it do, my guy? Yes, yes, yes,
There he is.
indeed. Salute, salute to you, my guy. But let's try to take a step back, right?
Yeah.
Because the frustrations can pile up, and they're warranted frustrations, right?
Right.
We are warranted when it comes to our anger and our frustrations with this team and with this organization, right? Is there a way, do you think, that the Yankees can turn things around and switch it up by the time September comes around? We're about to start over the next 14 games, over the next 10 games. We face the Tampa Bay Rays 7 times.
Tough.
Do you think, do you have any confidence in this team that we could make some noise against Tampa Bay over these next 10 days?
Yeah. Well, I mean, the momentum. We got a little momentum going. So, but my
Mm-hmm.
confidence is not high. Tampa Bay plays the game right, and
Mm-hmm.
we don't seem to be able to manufacture runs I mean, we had 2 runs yesterday with solo home runs. So I do see it. I see this series, this 7-game stretch with Tampa making or breaking our season. I think if we get swept, if we lose all the games, it's almost done. But
Mm-hmm.
I see the light at the end of the tunnel with this team. We still have Judge coming back next week. We'll soon get Stanton back. Uh, some of the other guys are, creeping their way. I know Severino's starting to,
Mm-hmm.
starting his rehab. So there are some bright spots, and I'm not giving up on this team yet. I don't think everyone's thrown in the towel yet. As
Oh,
soon
hold
as
on. I
we
got
get
my
these guys,
guy. My guy Yankee Kyle in the
all
building. I
right, Kyle.
apologize, TC. I just want to shout out my guy
All right,
Yankee Kyle that said, Hector, I shared you on my community tab. Yankee Kyle, thank you so much for helping us out, sharing us on your community tab. If anybody else out there, if you got Facebook pages, if you got anything, please share us on your social medias. Help
yes,
us get out to other Yankee fans. Yankee Kyle, I definitely appreciate you. My
we
fault,
appreciate
TC.
it.
I just wanted to shout him out
Yeah,
before we
no problem.
continue. You can keep going, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, no. I mean, like I said, we got some guys coming back.
Mm,
I think we'll get the momentum going. I saw glimpses of some small ball yesterday. Some guys trying to bunt. We need to work on that. I like that. I mean, when we don't have home run, we're not hitting home runs. We have to find a way to
yeah.
score. So if we get that going, we get our big boppers back. Some of the pitching back. I know. I mean, our pitching has been solid. Our
That's the
relief
thing.
pitching, it's been
Yeah.
carrying the load. Garrett Cole, ace, Cy Young Award this year. So we have some bright spots. We're not throwing in the towel yet. I'm not. I see the momentum rolling. I think we're gonna get going. I really do. I threw the Boondall out, so that's it. We're good. We're good
No
to go.
more curse of the
That's
boondog,
it.
right? But
He's
no, I
out.
just want to let people know because we was having a conversation last Tuesday, right, about how the Yankees hardly have any days off. We have a day off today,
Mhm.
so we'll be able to rest. But
Much
then we
deserved.
start a 3-game series in Tampa.
Mhm.
Then we face the Oakland Athletics, which is a
Oof.
pitiful
Yeah, we
franchise, and
better beat
we
them.
should win every game against Oakland, right? But then we play the Tampa Bay Rays again for 4 games. So, like you said, over the next 10 days or over the next 10 games, we'll be able to determine if this team are actually in it or
Mhm.
we're just faking the funk.
Right.
Hopefully, hopefully we are in it after these
Yeah,
next 10
I
games.
want to be in it. I mean, New York sports is hot right now. We got the Knicks.
Mhm.
Knicks are on their way,
Yeah, that's
and
what
the
I'm talking
Yankees.
about. Orange and
Yeah,
blue skies. Orange
they're
and blue skies.
yeah. I mean, not everybody paints their nails, to like Hector here, man. This guy's diehard.
That's a
So,
fact. That's a
um,
fact.
yeah, New York
Also, I got
sports
I got
is.
to give credit to people that paint their nails. The maintenance on this thing is
Mm,
god awful annoying. Go ahead, TC. Sorry.
no, and baseball is always better when the Yankees are doing good, and it's you know, we're right there. We just got to get over these injuries.
Hmm.
Uh, I'm positive. I stay positive. I think we have a chance,
Yeah,
but
same.
it's
My guy Keith Saunders is in the building. Keith, what it do? Appreciate you, my guy. I got this by the Yankee store. If you see this, it's to commemorate the 1999 World Championship team from the Yankees,
yeah.
right? Shout out to my guy Keith Sanders is in the building. Like, yo, heck, you got that jersey ready for the Knicks? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, Jason. 161 River Ave. I definitely have my Knicks shirt ready. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I
Yeah.
got my Knicks right here. I got my
That
Knicks right here ready. If I could
that game
show it on the
today?
damn screen. No. The game's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
The game's tomorrow. I should be running around Manhattan like a bozo no, it's Saturday. Saturday is the
Oh,
game. So I'll be downtown. I think I'm
Saturday.
going to the 40/40 club to watch the watch along. I'm not sure
Okay.
yet. If you guys are Knicks fans, let me know where you be at. Because Knicks in 6, baby. Knicks
Yeah.
in 6.
Still
I
going
have
with
it.
that. And don't
Yeah.
forget Nick's Morning Brew with Phil and Jigga. You guys got
Oh,
to
yeah. We
catch
do a
up to
nice little
that.
show over there,
Heck
Knicks
yeah.
Morning Brew. If you guys are Knicks fans, make sure you tune in for the Knicks Morning
What a
Brew.
show.
But I'm going to throw in the link to the open panel right now. I'm going to do it a bit 10 minutes early. I'm feeling a bit froggy,
Yeah.
right? So like I
Everybody's got to
said,
get that off their chest. They got so much to
yeah.
say.
We got so much to say. I'm going to allow everybody to come up. But before I do, hold on, wait. Just checking the
We
private
never
chat real
gave we
quick.
never gave props to Jose Trevino with his game-winning hit. Are you
Hold
saving
on.
that?
I feel so bad. Jose Trevino, our amigo, got
Yeah.
that game-winning hit last night. What's your thoughts on Trevino?
Oh, that was so clutch. I loved it. 2
Mm-hmm.
strikes, I mean, he just reached his bat out there and just poked it to center. I mean, that was so clutch. We needed that. We needed it
Mm-hmm.
after all the bonehead moves and we thought we lost it. And against Class A, we came back again. 2 games this year we come back against him. But Jose Trevino, props to you, buddy, for bringing that victory to us. Thank you so
And
much.
you heard what he said afterwards. The real Yankee fans, they stick around. And we
Yeah.
could be upset with this team. We could be frustrated with this team, but we are always going to be there, right? We ride and die with our team. Point blank, period. And like Jose Trevino says, the real Yankee fans are the ones that stick around till the end.
Mm-hmm.
Before we continue, I got people backstage that are going to come up for the open panel, but I want you guys to check out this commercial when it comes to our giveaway, and we'll be right back.
For the colors that we bleed in the field, the pressure is insanity cause we don't do L's, nah. And it's everything they said it would be. The lights get even brighter than you'd ever believe, yeah. It's game time, is you built for this? These colors is forever infinite, blowing orange everything.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Shout out to my guy Sky Zoo. Sky Zoo is an amazing rapper. Shout out to my guy Sky Zoo. He has that new song that's out right now, Orange and Blue Skies. Salute to my guy, 3 capital S's. We had him on the show this past Monday. If you guys missed that episode, you guys could go back into the VOD, go back into YouTube, check out the episode that we did with Sky Zoo. It was amazing. But I came to find out, me and Sky Zoo, we grew up in the same neighborhood, literally a block or 2 away from each other. And we're talking about who do you know? We literally know all the same people. So Sky
Zoo, never met up?
No, we're going to. We're going to. So we got a lot of things in the pipeline working with Sky Zoo. Shout out to my guy Sky Zoo. But we got some people backstage, right? And I'm gonna bring them in one at a time. The first one I'm gonna bring in, my guy, Mr. Mikey Mazza and the 410 Express. Mazza, what you doing, up, baby?
Boy? Where you been, man? We miss you, buddy.
I've been busy. It never stops.
Hey, as long as you breathing, brother, that's all that matters. Appreciate you joining us like always. Mikey Mazza, before I bring up the next people, get it off your chest. Whatever you got to say, get it off your chest. Keep it short and sweet so we can make room for everybody else. Go ahead, Mazza. How are you feeling right now?
Mixed emotions like TC because of that scary incident with Bader. We definitely have a lot of holes and I was on with Uncle Tats yesterday. And
saw that.
One of the things I brought up was the holes in this team's lineup and in the team in general. And the floodgates are opening. We need to do damage control. And I'm not saying, that we shouldn't blame A, B, or C, but there has to be accountability. And yes, the frustration is definitely justified.
Okay,
well said.
Copy cool. Copy cool. Well said. And if you guys don't know, Mikey Mazza has his own YouTube channel that's called the 410 Express. Make sure you go and tune in to Mikey Mazza and the 410 Express. My guy Eric Wallace, he just subbed to Sky Zoo. Appreciate you, Eric Wallace. Now I'm gonna bring up somebody else. This guy, I call him my brother. You feel me? We've known each other for years and years and years. This is a guy that I always love having conversation with, whether it's Yankee stuff, whether it's basketball stuff, whatever it is. I'm going to bring up my guy, Mr. Keith Saunders.
Ooh, all right.
Keith, what it do, my guy? It's been a minute. I see you got the fresh cut. You got the freshie.
So fresh, so clean.
Yeah, man. I forgot last time I was here, I had the long braids, man.
Yes.
My
Keith,
God.
how you been, brother? How the family doing? Hope everybody's well.
Everybody's well, man. I appreciate you. Everything is good, man. New job, obviously. It's a new setting from last previous recorded, so I'm well, dude.
Yes.
First of all, let me just give you your flowers because it's well deserved, Hector. I love what you're doing, bro. Very proud of you, man. This platform that you've got is growing and growing so fast, man. It's a beautiful thing. You know, for us Yankee fans and sports lovers of New York, we appreciate you. Just want to put that out there for you guys.
Nah, I appreciate
Mikey,
that, Keith.
Yes, sir.
love you, brother. Love the uniform. Good to see you still serving, man. I love to see
Thank
that.
you.
TC, never met
Thank
you before, but good to meet you, brother. Good
All
to see
right.
you,
Nice
man.
meeting
Bro.
you, sir.
Let's talk about these pinstripes, man.
Come on,
Listen.
Keith. Get it off your chest real
Yeah.
quick before we bring
Let
in the
it
next
out.
couple of guys we got back
All
there.
right.
I got Li Yankee King, who is foaming at the mouth right now, and I see Jonathan. Jonathan actually fixed his light, so we can actually see Jonathan. So I want to bring him up real quick. So go ahead, Keith. Go ahead, brother.
Dude, there's three certains in life, right? Death, taxes, and what's the other one? Death and taxes, right? Okay, so there's three certainties we're having right now with the Yankees. It's Cashman's gonna fail us and injuries, right? Sports happen. I'm not mad at the injuries anymore. I mean, it is what it is. Men get
Basically
injured,
at this
right?
point. Yeah.
So now I guess we just have to point our fingers to the front office and Boone, realistically. And I think there's become a friction between Cashman and Boone. There were reports I seen that you posted about the Domingo Hamon situation when his complete game, you know, with Boone pulling up. His pitching decisions have been terrible. And I don't know if you've seen the report 14 hours ago, ESPN put it up, about the interview with Cashman. I don't know if you guys spoke about it this morning or
Yeah, we
in
touched
the
about
show.
it a little bit, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, he mentioned put the blame on me is pretty much what he's saying. You signed a 4-year deal, and now you're gonna tell us the next year out of your deal, put the blame on you that you suck, that you don't know what an injured player looks like, and you've been in this damn position for 30 years. Miss on Sonny Gray, miss on Frankie Montas, miss on Lou Trevino.
Don't get me started with that.
So you just ask the A's who's injured and who's not, huh? You just ask them who's ready to go. I don't know, man. I'm just completely frustrated with Cashman. It's ridiculous, and Boone's getting the heat for it, and it's not fair. I don't think it's fair to Boone, even though he has been coming up with some stupid decisions.
But Boone is second guessing himself, right?
I'm
not
sure
if you guys
guessing.
On the last episode we had Tuesday morning before the show, I was listening to Tiki and Tierney. Shout out to my guys over there. But Brandon Tierney brought something up perfectly. He has an inside source when it comes to the Yankees, and he said his source texted him, the moves that Brian Cashman are making is because he doesn't want to get second guessed by the analytic department and by Brian Cashman. So Keith, you know, if you're working and you constantly have your manager down your throat, breathing down, you're going to start doing stuff and you're going to mess up. It's hard for you to perform. And when you do perform, you're scared that you're going to mess up. So you're going to do something to counteract them criticizing you. But then you wind up messing up regardless.
I have a question for this organization. And how long is it going to take to realize that analytics is not the fit for the Yankee organization? Doesn't mean it works. It works for others, but for 161st Street of State River Avenue, the men that play there, maybe that's just not it.
Well, it goes, and I'll make this real quick before I bring up Jonathan and then Li Yankee King. The reason why, and I was having this conversation with Eric Kratz, who was on the show, AJ Przinsky as well. I had a pleasure of having a conversation with him, but they both told me analytics is just advanced metrics. It's just advanced scouting, right? But I told them, and they agreed with me, you have to have the right people in place, and I'm gonna keep on saying this, to interpret the data to actually put it into
the players.
Keith, you work in IT, right? So you can have all the data in the world, all the information in the world. If you don't have the right people in place to actually put that information into use, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Oh, absolutely.
You're definitely going to be shooting yourself in the foot. But hold on real quick. I want to bring up a couple of more guys.
What happened, just to add on, analytics is okay, but with how much is being put into the game, is killing the game.
Yeah, it is. It is killing the game. It's taking the soul out of the game. I feel like, like the heartbeat and love for the game.
No, definitely does. Definitely does. Yeah. I just want to say right now, we are sitting at 495 subscribers. We are 5 away from 500. If you're watching this and if you aren't subscribed, hit that subscribe button so we could give our contest and our giveaway. We got the rubber duckies that we like to do for the giveaway. So please, we want to get the rubber duckies going. So guys, hold on. I'm going to bring in a couple of more guys. We got Jonathan in the building. Jonathan, how you doing? Good morning, my guy. Like the lighting. We can see you. Look at that gorgeous ass face.
I think it's the cloudy day.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is, Jonathan. But Jonathan, hope all is well.
Where I'm sitting, I'm always backed against the window, and I have to find a better place to sit. But
No, all good. You all good. I just like joking around, so you all good, Jonathan. Don't worry about that. Jonathan, hold on 1 second before you give your take. I'm gonna let you give your take. I want to bring in my guy, Mr. Don Sicario, mi hermano. ¿Qué lo que? ¿Qué lo que?
Yeah. What's up?
How you doing, bro? How you feeling this morning?
What's good, y'all? How's everybody doing?
Everybody's good. Everybody's great.
We're good today.
Of course, Don. You know, with you, it's an open door policy whenever you want to come on, right? Now, hold on 1 second. I got two more people I want to bring up to the panel. Then I'll let Jonathan go, Don Sicario. But I got to bring up this guy, Mr. Li. Cashman sucks Yankee team.
All right.
Li, what it do, my guy?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Chilling, baby. Li, before you go, I got to bring one more guy in. Mr. KC Fun Time is in the building. KC, how you doing, my guy? Salute. 3 capital S's.
How you doing?
Good, man. So we got let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We got 7 people here in the box for the open panel. So let's try to keep our responses very limited and as fast as possible so I can throw it over to the next guy. But I'm gonna start off with Jonathan, then I'm gonna go to Don Sicario, and then Li Yankee King and KC Fun Time, and then we're gonna circle back on top with TC and Mikey Mazza. So Jonathan, I'm gonna throw it to you. The floor is yours. What's your thoughts on this team? And if you had a message for Brian Cashman, what would it be?
Brian Cashman. First message, I would want to dig up Gene Michael. I would just get Gene Michael back on and have the 1992 Gene Michael rebuild in the mindset. How would I say? Gene Michael was Moneyball before nobody know who Moneyball is. And that way of thinking, get the young guys, I don't know what happened with the Yankees between then and now, where they kind of forgot how to scout and get players and develop players, especially. I don't think we've had the players since maybe Aaron Judge and Severino come up. That really is exciting. Who has come up from the minor leagues? The only guys that come up, they lose to the Rule 5 draft, like Whitlock, this guy Steven, Trevor.
Don't forget, we traded the best shortstop in the world, Jorge Mateo, to Oakland for Sonny Gray. Don't forget that. Jorge Mateo is killing it right now.
Mateo, when he was on the Yankees, he didn't do anything. His batting average in the minors was below 250. He couldn't hit above 250. You gotta give prospect times in order to to turn into the players that they're gonna turn into. I'm gonna throw it over to Li Yankee King. Li, get your take on the matter. How are you doing? Hope all is well. Good morning.
Good morning. And if I had a message to Brian Cashman, Brian, you see all the Yankee fans in here? You see all of us?
The real Yankee fans?
Don't care what they say.
Real.
Trade your veterans. It is not working. Give the young guys a shot. Did I say that slow enough for your brain dead butt?
No, but you scared me. You scared me with those eyes that you got, Li Yankee King. That's all I'm going to say real quick. But no, I listen. If it's not working, it's not working, right? And when it comes to the veterans, at this point, when it comes to certain guys like Aaron Hicks, when it comes to certain guys like Josh Donaldson, you're going to have to just cut bait and just eat that money and just walk away, right? We need to see Esteban Florial up here, right? Li, I know that's your guy, and you've been going to bat for him, and a lot of people have been making fun of you, Li. I understand that. You and Keith used to go back and forth when it comes to Esteban Florial. But Esteban Florial, he's hitting 300. He's hitting 300 in the minor leagues, and he's finally has that on-base percentage looking respectable. The last time I checked, his on-base percentage is over 420.
Oh, I thought they DFA'd him.
No, they DFA'd him, but nobody picked him up, and so he was sent down to the minors. That's what it was. Man. And he's actually showing, if you actually give him an opportunity, he may be able to do something. But with what we're seeing out of Aaron Hicks in left field, with what we're seeing out of IKF trying to play the outfield, you can't tell me that Estevan Florial wouldn't be an upgrade over those two right there.
Absolutely.
Eli, go ahead. I'll let you give your last take, and I'll throw it over to KC real quick.
And with me saying trade veterans, I'm not even saying just Hicks and Donaldson. I'm saying,
I know you don't like DJ LeMahieu. I get it.
What
You don't
about
like
Glaber?
DJ.
I'm talking to DJ. I'm talking to Stanton. And if we fall out of it more, I'm talking to Torres and getting them out.
Yeah.
Oh, you're out on Torres now?
I am completely retooling, getting younger, because this team sucks. You need to get younger. You need to get this thing called prospects. I know Yankee fans don't really understand that term, prospects, because Cashman doesn't know what it is either. So it's understandable.
Mm-hmm. No, I get you, Eli. Trust
Cashman
me, I get you. I get you.
To get younger. And
I get you.
Get younger.
And athletic.
Casey, just hold on for me 1 second, because Don, I wanted to get Don's take, and I'll throw it over to you. My apologies. It's just he just stepped out and he's back. Don Sicario, man, Mono, how are you feeling with the state of the team right now, bro? What's going through your mind?
Yo, to be honest, my fault. First of all, I lost connection, but I appreciate you having me on again. To be honest, though, I don't know. It's so much confusion right now. I don't know who to blame anymore. I don't know if we blame the players. I don't know if we blame Cashman. I don't know if we blame Hal. Do we blame ourselves for getting?
Are we too hard on them?
I don't know anymore. To be honest, I don't know anymore. But at this point, like, I've done so much complaining in the offseason that I'm just hoping for the best right now, to be honest.
Mm-hmm. Nah, I feel you, bro. When it comes down to this team is an emotional roller coaster, right? I was saying it on my last show. They are lucky that the New York Knicks are in the playoffs right now, right? Because if not, all eyes would be on Brian Cashman and his team and their horrible start to the season. Hold on 1 second. Keith, I'm going to just mute you 1 sec. Now, Casey, I'm going to throw it over to you. What's your thoughts so far? I'll give you the floor. Go ahead, brother.
Well, going back to your comment about what do I have for Cashman. So after that statement, he said they're a World Series caliber organization. Simple response: if you are, why haven't you been to the World Series in 14 years? So he can deflect all he wants, but he's the number one to blame. I do hold Boone responsible for some of the bonehead moves, but Cashman is the number one guy. He's the one that needs to change his thinking. We can say fired. He's not getting fired. He's not going anywhere. We know that. But he needs to wake up and change his thinking. Otherwise, we're in for a long year.
Oh, yeah. And we understand that, right? When it comes to Cashman, we can scream out, fire this person or fire that person. We know that they're not going to get fired, right? But at least we're able to voice our concerns when it comes to this team. Mikey Mazza, I know that your time is somewhat limited because you're working right now. So I'll throw the floor over to you, Mikey Mazza. Give us your take real quick. We got to, over the next 10 days, the next 10 games, we played Tampa Bay 7 times. What's your thoughts on Tampa Bay? And do you have any trust that this team can actually make some noise against Tampa over these next 7 games?
No, I don't see it. I think this lineup is too lifeless right now. I think we're too banged up, too beat up, too hurt. We need to get healthy before we even start remotely talking about making noise against Tampa. We need to get healthy. We need to get back on the field, and we need to make sure that our guys are 100%, not 50%, not 90%, but 100%. We need to make sure that we are healthy when we are playing Tampa before we even consider talking about making noise against them. Because at this point, we ain't making noise against them.
And that's the concerning part. When it comes to this lineup, it's hard to point to a section of the lineup and say that, you know what, I'm confident in that 1, 2, 3 order right there that they're going to make some noise or they're going to do some damage. We got Volpe leading it off. We got Torres as a number 2 hitter. And then we got Anthony Rizzo as a 3-hole hitter. I'm not confident in that. Jonathan, you wanted to say something real quick before I throw it over to TC? Go ahead.
Yeah, one thing
I got to dip out, Heck.
Yo, later, Maz. I love you, brother. You be safe.
All right,
be good, bro.
Brother. Take care.
One thing that this lineup is missing is a lefty power bat and lefty on base guy, because I don't
had him.
a Paul O'Neill type player, because I don't think that the Yankees have ever won a World Series.
No, you could.
Without lefties in their lineup.
You're not confident in Willie Big Bang Calhoun. You're not confident in Itchy Bang bro.
and
You're not
Rake
confident
Bowers.
in Rake Bowers.
He will have to
Come
show
on.
me more than just a one-game wonder.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
You're not ready to start the Jake Bowers Yankeeography. I see it.
Right.
I get it, bro.
I
get it.
Roger Maris 2.0.
And they finish in first place. Then maybe I'll turn around to them.
No, but I get what you're saying. I'll throw it over to Casey. I just wanted to say this one thing. William says, "How just sell the team?" We know the Steinbrenners aren't going to relinquish any ownership. Where it's sitting right now, the Steinbrenner family, they have 60% ownership when it comes to shares with the New York Yankees. What we need for is us Yankee fans to make enough noise that other 40% of shareholders, they start putting the fire to Hal Steinbrenner's feet. Right, you saw what happened. If you guys watch WWE and what happened with Vince McMahon, that's what happened with Vince McMahon. He sold a lot of his shares, and he had 60-40 split of the shares. Those shareholders, when everything came out that what happened with him last year, they held the feet to his fire, forced him to sell the other 10%, and now he's minority owner of the WWE. That's what happened. So that's what we need. We need us Yankee fans to make enough noise that other 40% of shareholders, they put the feet to the fire of Hal Steinbrenner. I'll throw it over to you, to TC.
Yeah, well, I mean, Cashman, like Casey said, Cashman is the fault. But because Boone has to work with the players that Cashman gets. And unfortunately, we don't have healthy guys, for one, and guys that are actually performing. So the guys on the field that are performing, the guys next man up, we have to have some of these guys step up, and there's nobody that's hot right now. Other teams have all these guys that are just red hot, and nobody in our lineup is actually having a consistent game. Yeah, we have Willie Calhoun comes out of nowhere and hits a home run here and there, Jake Bowers, but we need the Volpes and Rizzos and DJ LeMahieu's to start, catching fire. Glaber, what happened to Glaber in the beginning of the season? Where's that Glaber?
He turned back into Glaber from last year, right? But before we continue, I got a living legend that's down in the chat that's ready to come up. Mr. Rod Thompson in the building. Rod, what it do, my guy? Salute.
What up? What up?
To the dome, baby. Rod, how you feeling, dog?
I'm good. How's everyone doing today, man? Just here joining the
good, man.
Glad you're here. You guys are, man. So I'm here choosing violence.
You choosing violence? You choosing violence this morning, Rod? You woke up and chose violence? Rod, how are you feeling right now when it comes to this team? And also, shout out to you for holding it down when it comes to the Game Season Live with our brother Pete Seminetti. You do amazing work over there. If you guys don't know, Rod Thompson is my brother over from the NYNewstv family, just like Don Sicario, L.I. Yankee King, and everybody else. But Rod, I want to throw it over to you, my guy. The floor is yours. What's your thoughts right now, baby?
Really quickly, it's just a fully operational shit show. I think that when the Yankees came in and they had all of these influx of infielders, it just kind of really condensed the situation in regards to them being able to make moves. So what you're doing is that they don't get rid of IKF. So now he's an infielder playing outfielder. You could have got rid of Torres and put Peraza there or flip-flopped them so that these guys can play every day. And the problem is that we can't get into any rhythm because baseball players are a creature of habits, right? So if I know I'm playing second base and I'm batting third every day or I'm batting fourth every day, that's the habit that I'm used to. And the Yankees are always disrupting that. And it's unfortunate because Peraza should have been playing yesterday as opposed to pinch running. And this is your second best prospect. So the way they're treating him, IKF, they're not putting him in a position to be successful. And you have outfielders. And to your point regarding Jorge Mateo, the Yankees are in this tough situation where they have to win and then they have to develop the prospects at the same time, but they're not very good at that. They're not very good at developing prospects. So you got to take the one you think that you know is money, keep him, and then trade those prospects for the guy who you think he's going to be. They did that with Curtis Granderson and Austin Jackson. Remember Austin? Oh, he's not ready. He can't hit the off speed. What did he do his first year when he played for Detroit? He was batting like 330 something. So you got to give players. If Jorge was here, we got to go through the growing pains with like what we're doing with Anthony Volpe. So that's my thought.
You got to be able to go through the growing pains. And look what Anthony Volpe went through for the first month of the season. If you look at his numbers over the last 14 days, Anthony Volpe is hitting well over 300. He's hitting well over 300. He has 2 home runs. He is doing his thing, but you got to give them the opportunity so they can learn on the job. Like L.I. Yankee King always says, Esteban Florio was never given an opportunity to be like, you know what, Florio, we're going to give you 50 straight major league at-bats. Let's see what you does. He has never gotten that opportunity. He gets called up, he gets sent down. He gets called up, he gets sent down. He's on that taxi squad going back and forth from Scranton, and of course he's not going to produce. Like Ross said, baseball players are a creature of habit. Now, you may get those anomalies or you may get those superstars that may be able to get the call up and hit the ground running, but those are far and few. Arenas is not coming over here to the Yankees, right? We have a lot of, go ahead, Jonathan.
Another perfect example of what you're saying is Mickey Mantle's career. When Mickey Mantle first came up, he couldn't hit. He, from what I wasn't there. I'm not that old.
You sure? You sure you're not aging yourself right now, bro?
No, my dad was there, so I know all the stories. But from what I remember hearing, Mickey used to talk to his father. His father told him, "Look, if you don't think you can play, you can come back, work in the mines." And after he got a good talk from his father, he started becoming the Mickey Mantle that we all know.
Yeah. But no, to pull up your point, hold on, wait. Mickey Mantle's rookie year, he batted 267, but the first month of the season, he batted under 200. Yeah. And that was at a time that having a low batting average was something that you got rid of. They got rid of you in a heartbeat. So for the Yankees to stick with Mickey Mantle, and also, this is what people don't talk about with Mickey Mantle. When Mickey Mantle first came up and he was supposed to replace Joe DiMaggio, there was a huge faction of Yankee fans that despised Mickey Mantle, that hated Mickey Mantle's guts. It wasn't until Roger Maris came over in that chase for 61 in 1961 that Yankee fans started falling in love with Mickey Mantle. And that's a big part of the story that nobody keeps talking about. We had 497 subs right now. Come on, people. I know we got 3 people that are watching right now that aren't subscribed. If you guys can, please hit that subscribe button so we can announce the giveaway on the stream right now. But TC, I'm going to throw it over to you because like I said, we're about to start a series against the Tampa Bay Rays. Let's try to break this down, right? We got an off day today. We start against Tampa. Throw it over to KC Funtime and then throw it over to Keith. What are your keys to this series coming up against Tampa?
We can't be one-dimensional. We can't, because Tampa Bay shuts us down. And if we're not hitting home runs, we're not scoring runs. So we got to change our approach. We got to, do some small ball, some bunnies, some hitting runs, something else. We got to. I mean, we're stealing bases, but we got to change. And somebody's got to get hot. And please, for the love of God, nobody get hurt.
Yes. Yes, for the love of God, please. If you guys can, if somebody has a Ouija board out there that they could get the soul of Skip Michaels on the line so we could get some good energy. But Casey, I'm gonna throw it over to you, then throw it over to Keith, then I'm gonna swing it back to Eli, Jonathan, and Ra. Give us your keys when it comes to this series. What are you looking for this team against Tampa? Go ahead, Casey.
I mean, they need to start the bats early. They would preferably score early on. First 3 innings, put some runs on the board instead of playing catch up. That's when they struggle and they can't. They're not a comeback team, especially with this lineup that we have now. So they need to either manufacture some runs early on, get a nice, bases cleared and double or something like that would be great. But the lineup right now with Calhoun and Bowers, I mean, we can hope that those guys provide that spark, and against Tampa that maybe they won't pitch them as carefully and they'll continue to be hot. But that's hoping for a lot. So that's all I have.
Copy. Keith, I'll throw it over to you. But before I do that, I want to shout out Don Sicario, who said, "My bad, lost service." Thanks for having me on. Listen, Don, you don't gotta apologize. I appreciate you. My guy MHVACR says, "Let's get to 500 ASAP. We are at 498. I know we got 2 people that are in the chat right now that aren't subscribed. Hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 500 during the stream. But Keith, I'm gonna throw it over to you, my guy. When it comes to the series against Tampa, what are the keys and what do you want to look for from this team?
Compete. Don't go up there looking all, flabbergasted and scared and deer-eyed in the batter's box. Compete. They're playing in the Trop. That is a disgusting place to play. I don't care what team you are. Everyone hates that building. So don't let the pressures of being away destroy you. It's a young team. I think we're seeing the back end of their rotation. I'm looking it up. It's Chirinos, Rosman, and Fleming. And they're going to see Berto, Herman, and Cole. Berto, Herman, and Cole have been pitching great so far.
Yeah.
So in a perfect world, we can take 2 out of 3 in this situation because we're not going to see McClanahan or Effin until the week after. So just compete, stay positive, understand, this team's hot. Tampa's played a bunch of nobodies and they won. They ain't doing nothing that they're supposed to be doing great. It's not like they're out here batting 300 million or throwing no hitters and doing anything particular. They're playing small ball Tampa baseball, something we know how to beat. Take 2 out of 3 with Herman and Cole, and we'll be fine. And get ready for the 4-game set. Really, that's the one I'm scared of because that's when, but it's at home, so that's okay. We'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Tampa needs a little punch in the face to bring them back down to earth because eventually, by law of averages of baseball, they'll fall back to the pack. I don't think this team's going to win 120 games. You know what I mean? So just compete against Tampa and don't be scared of the standings. That 8.5 lead can really scare people if you look at the box score. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just understand that it's still early and show Tampa that we still own them.
Yeah, definitely. Before we continue, I want to give a shout out. Mr. Acevedo's in the building. Senor Acevedo says we need to play the small game like Tampa is doing. Play the small mind game with Cash. He's doing good. He's good doing it. Sorry, my apologies. Torres needs to start swinging at the first pitch. It's always right down the middle. DJ, stop striking out. 100%. 100%. And we are at 499 right now. One more away. We need that one more to get to 500. If you're watching this for the first time, hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 500 while we are on the stream right now. Li, I'm going to throw it over to you, throw it over to Jonathan, and throw it over to my brother Rod Thompson as well. But Li, same thing going your way. When it comes to this series against Tampa, what do you need to see? Go ahead, Li.
I need to see some life out of that dugout. I don't need to see if we're down 2 runs, them in funeral mode, because this is your season. This could make or break your season because the Rays coming into this, that smell of blood in the water is very, very good to them. Because they are sharks right now, and we are wounded fish. They are looking at us. They are ready to bring our old carcasses behind the barn and ODLering us. It's like, that might be true now, but next week they're ready for that kill shot.
God.
One thing,
Ahead,
just to
Keith.
piggyback on what Li said, he made a good point too. Especially now that we're 8.5 behind them, and we play them for 7 games. Hey, listen, we take 5 out of 7, we right back in this thing.
Yes,
that's
you know what I mean. So you're right. It is very important. It is a very point.
And our division may be the toughest division in all of Major League Baseball, 100%. Right?
Hey, all of sports, man.
If the New York Mets were in our division, they'll be in 5th place right now. They will be in where we are at right now. Jigga Man Porto, what it do, brother? Good morning.
What it do? Yeah, hold on, real quick. Couple things. One, we just hit 500, baby. Let's go. Number two. I could have come up here and let Rob be the only one with the hoodie and the shades. How you doing? What up, bro? What up? Yo, Keith. My God, looking clean cut as ever.
What's good, baby?
Doing,
yes,
bro?
sir. I'm good, Jigga. Good to see you, man.
My wrestler, Jonathan, and of course, TC Steele's my guy. How you doing? Guys, I've got the solution for the Yankees. I did us all a favor. I reached out to Bryce Harper and asked him if we as well can borrow his Captain America serum and use it for our squad. So good news. All of our guys should recover within 5 months. In Yankees time, next season.
5 months.
So we're good.
We're good. I'm safe.
Yeah, we good. We good.
You can
We're
save
gonna
this.
be good. We're gonna be good. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Robert Parr in the building. Robert Parr. I had to sign into my son's account to make it 501. My guy,
All
Robert
right.
Parr.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Hey.
it, Robert Parr. Salute to you, Jonathan. I'm gonna throw it over to you. Give us your keys against Tampa, and then throw it over to Ra as well right afterwards. Go ahead, Jonathan.
Well, I think it's the Yankees have to have better play discipline, not chase the ball out of the strike zone, and stop swinging all the time for the fences. They have to play the small ball, get back to the small ball way of thinking, not always trying to kill the ball like Giancarlo Stanton.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes small ball helps. Tampa has lived by the small ball for the last, 10 years?
Maybe more than that.
When was the last time Tampa had 150 home runs in a year as a team?
This may be the first time. They're on track for that this year. This may be the first time. The last time they even had a home run bopper that was a real home run threat was Carlos Pena, and I was in high school.
Well, I'm a little older than you.
Rod Thompson, I'm gonna throw it over to you, my guy. First of all, shout out to my guy Joe from the shift in the building. Joseph from the shift. Salute to you, my guy. But Rod, same thing going your way, bro. When it comes to this team against Tampa, what are you giving as key points? What do you want to see from this team against our end division rival?
All right, if the Yankees are going to, since they try to mimic Tampa anyway, they try to make all these small moves. This is what I would do. I would call up Florial. I'd play him in left, because if Bader's playing and I got Bowers, one, that give me an additional lefty out there, but it also covers me for defense. Tampa's known for their defense. I need people to go out there and catch the ball. I don't need players running into each other, and I need somebody that's actually out in left field that's comfortable. Cabrera is a utility guy. He's not comfortable in left field, right? Let's all agree to that. So call up Florial, let him play left. That way I know center field, left field, right field. I know guys out there are going to catch the ball. Secondly, you have to figure out who you're going to put in the infield. Obviously, I think Peraza is going to be hurt, but the best infield obviously is DJ at third, Volpe, Torres, and what's his face, Rizzo. So that's what I would go with, and just let defense lead, because I think if you tighten your defense, I think the Yankees can, win by 1 or 2 runs with the pitches that we have going for that series. And that's just me, because I think those games are going to be close. I don't think they're going to be 5, 6, 7, 6, 4. I think they're going to be 2-3 games, 2-1 games. I think those games are going to be like that.
Yeah, no, definitely. I want to throw this over to Jigger real quick, because he is in charge of everything when it comes to like commercials and ads and stuff like that. But so over the weekend, we're gonna try our best to get all of our subscribers, put them into a pool, do the rubber ducky. You want to do it Tuesday, Monday? When do you want to do it? Want to do it Tuesday?
I think we're gonna end up doing it possibly Tuesday, or I'm thinking we might do a separate stream, because rumor has it we were blessed from other people with some extra giveaways for those first initial 500 subscribers.
Okay,
so we'll have the Amish stuff. We have other stuff to give away. So we might do it as a little separate. So we're gonna
have multiple giveaways. You're saying
we're gonna have multiple giveaways. We got some baseball cards.
We may get a tumbler, a little Knicks tumbler giveaway.
We got some clothes. We got Ra's glasses, so he stopped looking like me. But let me touch on the Rays real quick. We're home for this series, right? Against them?
No. We play in Tampa.
The 4-game series.
Yeah,
4 games.
So that's where we're
home.
Okay, so at home for them, that's where we're actually at a disadvantage. Last season, guys, they only hit 139 total home runs at home. They're already up to 63 home runs in Tampa. They have found their groove at home. Their record at home is better. Okay? Mm-hmm. We can keep talking about our injuries and all the crap we're dealing with. Tampa's no joke right now. So, yeah, we're all sitting here keeping our fingers crossed, hoping that we can walk away with at least 4 or 5 of these 7 games. But let's be real. Tampa's hitting on all cylinders. And I don't see where we have an answer or solution, especially as we keep having guys running in the outfield into each other, playing that circus music, watching the game.
Yeah.
Right? So we can keep saying we hope at the end of our sentence because we're faithful. But what are we really hoping for? Because, again, there's no magic potion coming out that we're getting our weapons back. I fear the Rays, and I hate to say that, but I fear them in this series coming up big time.
Yeah.
HQ, this is the Joey Gallo effect. This is the Joey Gallo effect.
Oh, don't get me started with Joey Gallo.
Bro, he's batting like 300 in Minnesota.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, but even when you remember the series against Texas, and I'm sorry for bringing this back up again, but the kid Ezekiel Duran who killed us from the Rangers, that's who we traded to get Joey Gallo.
Yep.
We traded him to Texas to get Joey Gallo, and he killed us in this series.
You said it in your last episode. Brian Cashman is the best GM for every other team in the league but the Yankees. The man finds prospects that go other places that make teams stronger, but he doesn't know how to keep the ones that we need here.
Now we gotta try to figure out the coded language that he was using in his press conference with the media. If you guys ever see the movie A Christmas Story, remember the decoder that he got in the next quilt or whatever it was, the Ovaltine decoder he got. Yeah, that's what we needed to realize or understand what Brian Cashman was saying. TC, I'm gonna throw it over to you. Rod just left, but I want to throw it over to Keith afterwards and then bring it back up. But what's your thoughts from the press conference?
It's just a lot of mumbo jumbo, just a lot of just hot air, because we're not buying what you're saying. You're selling here. Come on, I mean, you don't know what you're doing. You're saying we're championship caliber, World Series championship caliber team. That's far from correct. You're out of your mind. You're making some bonehead moves year after year, get injured players. Say, oh, we can't wait till we get our injured players back. Why didn't you get regular guys that can stay healthy? Why don't we have healthy players? Come on.
Correction. He didn't say World Series team. He said World Series operation.
Oh,
that's
operation.
a big difference.
Oh,
we are World Series operation.
It's kind of...
Go ahead, Keith. Go ahead.
Yeah,
go ahead, Keith. Go ahead, Keith. Let it go, and then throw it over to Li, Casey, and
because Cashman wants to change the fucking wording on how you say championship doesn't mean it's gonna work, dude. And you know what's like tearing me apart and into pieces as my heart as a diehard Yankee fan? I feel like they're making it seem like one championship is not attainable, as if we haven't won 20 or 30 of these fucking things and didn't win 3 in a row 20 years ago. It's like they're putting all their eggs in a basket to win one. Okay, let's say we do win this year, right? Let's say we are the 2023 World Series champions, right? Now what? Now what, Cashman? What happens now? What do we do now? We host a trophy, we celebrate, there's a parade. Do we continue to now? Can you show how we build and repeat and get back to that? Or are we going to suck for the next 15 years again? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, I don't want to say what that statement means. A World Series, I can't, I'm done. You know what? Cashman is becoming more hated than Dolan. And I can't stand James Dolan.
Bro, and that's the crazy part of it. You know you're in a bad spot when the New York Knicks, their front office is considered better than you.
We are literally throwing flowers to Leon Rose. We are literally every episode giving him his flowers. And here we are with the Yankees organization questioning every single thing. But let me ask you a quick question, Heck. Could this
swing it around afterwards? Go ahead, bro.
Could this possibly be like a conspiracy theory moment where Cashman knows some things and that's why he came out and he's don't give up on us. Things are going to be fine. Maybe he's feeding us fake crap when it comes to Rodon and stuff. Is that the only hope?
When it comes to conspiracy theories, I'll save all the aluminum tinfoil for you, the Jets, and Aaron Rodgers. All right, I'm not going to talk about that over here with the Yankees. Okay, Aaron Rodgers. He just so you guys know, Aaron Rodgers brought up all the aluminum foil in New York City so he could wrap his head around it. Right, Casey, fun time. Throw it over to you. What do you make of Brian Cashman's press conference yesterday? Throw it over to Li and then Jonathan.
Well, I already kind of touched on it, but he's a politician. You know, he deflects the true question and he just messes with the fans. That's all he does. I think he deliberately messes with us. He knows how passionate we are. He knows we know the truth, that his moves haven't panned out and he's the one to blame. And he's laughing because he knows that a lot of people are blaming Boone and it's all on him. And until he can change his thinking in how he either tells his guys how to create lineups or how to get trades toward the trade deadline, we're going to continue to see the same team. And maybe they might make the playoffs, but what good is that? They just lose to Houston. So you got to take your team over the edge, and he hasn't been able to do that.
But he gets that bonus every year the Yankees make the World Series.
Yeah.
I mean, the postseason, he gets a bonus. The New York Yankees, they get a bonus from the MLB network when it comes to TV contracts. They get a bonus every time they make it to the postseason. But the postseason is not enough. We have been conditioned ever since we've been young pups, young Yankee fans, to think that at the end of the season it's either World Series or bust, nothing more. Right, from our players, from our owner, George Steinbrenner, rest in peace, who passed away. We have been conditioned for years to think that it's either World Series or bust. Anything else is unacceptable. When did it switch? When did the philosophy switch?
That's when it switched.
But even Hank, he had a desire to win a World Series. Rest in peace. Yes.
They kicked Hank out, and now he's. I think he's dead.
No, Hank passed away back in. Hank passed away a few years ago. That's what happened with Hank Stein.
It's because Hal's the businessman, and he just wants money. He's the businessman.
There's a reason why when George Steinbrenner passed away, he left the team to Hank, not to Hal Steinbrenner. Go ahead, Li. What's your thoughts before we wrap it up? I'm gonna throw it over to Li and then Jonathan before we close it out. What's your thoughts on the press conference from yesterday, and were you able to use your decoder to figure out what Cashman was saying?
It's the same bullcrap. He says every time, every year for the past 15 years, said the same thing. Oh, we're injured. Oh, this is happening. This is happening. Can't blame myself because I'm the best GM on the planet, even though I don't know how to scout talent to save my life. And, guys, maybe we're wrong. Let's do a bigger sample size than this season. Over the last 134 games, the record of the New York Yankees is 68-66. 2 games above 500.
And the last 2 games we won were against Cleveland, who is struggling to even get to 500 right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I am surprised. Actually, you know what? I feel bad for Hal Steinbrenner. I feel bad for him. And I'll explain why.
Go ahead.
Everybody's probably like, Justin, why do you feel bad for Hal Steinbrenner? This is why. He has a best friend who he looks at as a younger brother. Trust him to a fault at times. And guess what Brian Cashman does? Guess what this backstabbing prick does? Knife right into the back. He stabs his best friend in the back at any chance he can get.
Not you saying it's a Mufasa and Scar type of relationship that they have. Jonathan, I'm gonna throw it over to you. What do you make of the press conference from yesterday before we wrap things up, brother?
I don't think I heard more than 5 minutes, but it's just an excuse for Brian Cashman to get everybody off his ass. The one thing that I just looked at, I looked at the 98 team. They didn't have one guy that hit 30 home runs. Keno was 28, and they had 5 guys that hit 290 or higher. And
that'll never happen.
This team is too focused on the power and not enough focused on the average and the on base percentage.
We don't even got one person in our lineup that's hitting 290.
Yes.
We have 6 guys batting below 200.
That's what the Yankees need to do. If the Yankees are ever going to beat the Rays, they need to focus on base percentage and batting average.
Yeah, before we continue, I want to give a shout out to my brother, Mr. Pete Seminetti. Shout out to Pete Seminetti, nyynewstv. Oh, Petey boy, I miss you, my guy. He said the Yankees are a World Series caliber operation. That's what Brian Cashman said. And when he said that, I literally choked on the soda that I was drinking. Because where is he seeing that? World Series caliber op? Where? Where is it? I don't see it.
Not on the field.
Who?
Maybe in 5 years.
Who?
I couldn't find it.
He's watching videos of the 98 team. That's what he's watching.
Oh, my God. But, fellas, I appreciate you guys coming up on the open panel. Casey, fun time, like always, is a pleasure. My guy, Jonathan, you know I always love you. And Li, Yankee King, you doxed yourself. Now I know your name is Jonathan. You doxed yourself, bro. I mean, Justin.
No,
Justin or Justin.
go.
Yeah, now I know your name is Justin. I'm going to find you. I'm going to find you, Li. I guarantee you. Nah, but I appreciate all you guys for tuning in. Shout out to the chat. Ocean Views and Coffee Crew. William M., I appreciate you. Uncle Tats and the Pinstripe Chronicles. Mr. Acevedo, I appreciate you, my guy. Ezekiel, I appreciate you, my guy. The Big Japple, my guy. Pots and Pans. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Damian Serrano. Crackle Nuts was in the building. Joe from the shift was in the building.
Oh, heck,
we got to we're at 502 right now. Hold on, let me just double check.
Nice.
Last time we are at 502 subs, on our way to 1,000 for another giveaway. Go ahead, Li. Justin.
Heck, if you do find me, don't worry. I'll spoil you to some Ohio hospitality. I'll give you the finest Walmart experience.
Ooh.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Down here.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh, wait, I was joking about this when the Knicks were playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, right? In Cleveland, in Ohio, you guys have like one block that is considered Little Italy, right? That's a good thing, right? Then you got like the house from the Christmas Story. That's another good tourist attraction that you guys have. You guys have the Plainview Cemetery, which was a cemetery from Pet Cemetery. So that's another tourist attraction that is good for you guys. And you guys have the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's another good tourist attraction in Cleveland, right?
Yeah.
No, but like I said, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. And before we get out of here, if you guys can, please hit that like button and please hit that subscribe button. And like always, peace out.